of yes, the magic of music. You who listens to live in studio, a young entrepreneur. He's gonna tell us about the brand that he has launched, and he's here with almost his entire family. Lesh, let's elevate some hope. In other words, let's elevate some hope. That is the slogan for the brand. The young entrepreneur has joined us this evening. Adeyemi Senior is sitting right next to me. After the 7 o'clock hour, political talk, the war in the Ukraine, Title 42, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke will join us, and then we will wrap our conversation this evening. Sports Talk with Mr. Desmond Palmer from Caribbean Track Life International. It's all about the penny relays. Well, I kicked off with business signals saying that we love Jamaica and we now sell out. Well, the kickoff for Jamaica's 60th is on the way. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Michael Olness, is currently in New York City. He was at Open Forum Community Talk. The young entrepreneur, yes, Adeyemi Senior, has now joined us. He has a brand, ladies and gentlemen. And this young man, he's going to tell you his age. He's a young man. He's also a track star. But this evening we're going to talk the brand Lesh, Lesh. Let's elevate some hope. Good evening, Adeyemi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am good, man. How's everything?
Everything's good.
Let's talk clothing. Let's talk the brand. Let's elevate some hope. Tell us the story. What happened here? How did this get started?
So all happened in 2020. As everybody knows, COVID was starting to become more popular, and everybody was at home. I was also at home, so I've had a lot of extra time on my hands. So I started doing more activities. One of those activities were looking into fashion. So I started really liking fashion and clothing, and everybody was really sad during those times because COVID. A lot of people were losing their jobs, and just a lot of bad stuff were happening. So I wanted to make hope, elevate hope, and I also wanted to start a clothing brand. So Lush came into play, and I started Lush, Let's Elevate Some Hope, a purpose clothing brand that donates a percentage of the sales that we make to a cause, and we want to help a lot of people and challenge people to be their best selves.
Now, you are the founder and the CEO of this company. Folks listening to us now, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
You're 12 years old. So 2 years ago, or about a year ago, you kick off this brand. You were just around 10, 11 years old.
Yes, sir.
Where did the inspiration come from apart from COVID? Is there anyone else in your family who are business minded?
Yes, my dad and my mom. My dad actually owns a credit repair company, Sarkey and Associates.
Okay.
So he helped me a lot, gave me a lot of tips on how to start it, and how I just need to be focused with it. And also my mom. She just helps a lot too with the whole clothing brand itself. She's a really big part of it. She helps actually make the clothes and just helps a lot with it. And then my aunt,
Okay.
she also owns a clothing brand, not a clothing brand, a business, and she's also a big part of it, part of Lush team.
Okay, so you hired family for the team. Family are employed by you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a good move. Now, let's talk about the slogan. Let's elevate some hope. Because, the last 2 years, it has been very tough. It's been 2 years since we haven't seen the pen relays. So now, this past weekend was the first time in exactly 2 years that we got a chance to gather, and thousands of people went down to the University of Pennsylvania and watched some great track and field. So we lost a lot of hope.
Yeah.
Did you lose hope during COVID, during the heights of COVID-19? Did you lost any hope at all?
Yes, I did actually lose a little bit of hope. But I really wanted to bring it back up, and I was actually also sad because I couldn't see my friends or my family members for a while, and but I really wanted to make hope elevated.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the voice of a 12-year-old. He has launched his own company. He is the founder and CEO of Lesh. It's a clothing line. Let's elevate some hope. He's telling us his story this evening that during the COVID-19 pandemic, he was home, a lot of time on his hand, doing online schooling, still has a lot of time on his hand because didn't have to get up early enough to either be driven to school or get on the school bus. So he decided to start a clothing line. Why clothing? Tell me why.
This is because I just happened to go on a website where you can make custom clothing, and I just really started playing around with it. I just started making tons of designs, and then my aunt actually ended up seeing it, and then my parents ended up seeing it, and then they were really impressed with how I was designing these clothes, and clothing just came up to me. It's like now just a part of me.
How is it being embraced outside of the family? How is the brand clothing being embraced outside of the family?
It's being embraced by my track team, Velocity, because I run track. Um, they're really, really, really supportive for me. They've been wearing it a lot and just shouting it out. So thank you to them.
Okay.
Then also my friends at Harlem Academy. Harlem Academy is my school where I go to, located in Harlem. My friends have been really supportive because when I wear it to school, they're like, wow, that's really, really cool. So shout out to my friends and my teachers also.
Wow, that is good. So do you know that black businesses employ a lot of people in our community? And we've been trying to explain to people that if we support these black businesses, sky's the limit for us. Now, the family base, the family base. I know you said your dad supports you, your mom supports you, your aunt supports you. What about the other family members? Are they picking up their less hoodie or their less t-shirt? Are they picking them up one by one?
Yes, definitely. They a lot of my family members support the Lush, and they've all just kept wearing it. Like my grandma, she wears it a lot. My cousin, he wears it a lot. He's been showing it at school. So yes, not all of them, but most of them have Lush, and they really supported my business.
Okay, now in terms of advertising, what is the plan? Because I heard about the Lesh brand through a family member of mine, Junior Juwawabe. I heard you on his program, and I says, wow, this kid is only 12 years old. 12 years old. Let me give him some hope. Let me bring him on Groovin Radio and give him some hope. Hopefully, folks listening to us could understand why we're doing this and support the brand. And we want them to support the brand. You're a young child and you have come up with your own business, which is good because not many youngsters that look like us wants to do this. It's a lot of work. Business is a lot of work. So now at your age, you have school, you're running track and field, and you have a business running. How do you juggle all three? As a matter of fact, I'm going to add one more. You have the business, you have school, you have track and field, and you have friends. How do you juggle all four?
And MMA. It's just all a plan. I have a schedule. Like over the weekend, well, not this week, but a long time ago. I came up with a schedule to balance out everything. So I have to wake up for school, of course. When I leave school, I also do mixed martial arts actually. So I have to go to mixed martial arts practice, and then to track. I recently returned to track because I had an injury. But go to track, and then work on my business a little bit. And then this couldn't be possible without my the Lush team because it's a lot of work doing a business by yourself. But thankfully, I have the Lush team that helps me a lot. It's a lot of weight, you can say, comes off of me because of the Lush team.
Okay, so you told me that your dad has a credit repair business, so he understands numbers. Who's crunching the numbers for you? And in terms of paying family members, how is that working out? Are you planning to pay them?
Yes, I'm planning to pay them, but not right now. Soon though. I definitely want to pay them because they've done so much for me. They're just so amazing. I definitely want to pay them, and the crunching of numbers.
Who crunch the numbers?
Everybody a little bit, actually.
Everybody a little bit.
Yeah.
So now, who watches the sale and how is the sale coming along?
Everybody a little bit still.
Everybody?
Yeah. We all check the emails to see the orders that we've gotten.
Okay, so when you say everybody, just the inner circle of the team, because you can't bring everybody in, So it's just the inner circle. So who watches everything? Aunt, dad, mom?
My aunt
Mhm.
works with the marketing a lot.
Mhm.
My mom with the sales, work on the sales.
Hold on. So you have a marketing team too?
Yes,
Kinda.
sir.
So you have an accounting team, you have a marketing team, and then you have the designer team where mom helped to prepare the product. Wow,
Yes, sir.
wow. So you are fully supported by family.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of designers out there. How is the pricing? Because when you look at folks like Tommy Hilfiger, you look at Calvin Klein, you look at the late Versace, you look at those folks. They have different level of clothing. What is your plan for your clothing pricing? Do you plan to make expensive, moderately priced clothing, and do you plan to make a line of clothing that everyone can afford? How do you plan going forward?
I plan to make a line of clothing that everybody can afford. So I
Mhm.
want to help as many people as we can.
Mhm.
And of course, show spread the message of Lush.
Mhm.
How we're trying to make hope and elevate hope.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm trying to, of course, make as much profit as we can, but also make it a good price
Mhm. Mhm.
that the average family can afford.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the voice of young Adeyemi Sr. He is the founder and CEO of Let's Elevate Some Hope. That's the slogan. Lesh. I love the slogan. Let's elevate some hope because some of us need that just a little boost in them. Because many people in business, many people in sports, I mean, even in education, all some of us need is a little bit of hope and a little push. Now, we're giving you that push right now to make sure the hope happen. Now, you mentioned that you give to charity.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so now you know that's a good thing. And we here at Groovin Radio, we pride ourselves in giving to charity. Almost every single week, there is a charity that we support here at no cost. And when we see these charities doing good, and we give to charity that support homeless people, we give to charity that support folks who have HIV, young teens who got pregnant and was thrown out of their house, we support the charity that give back to education at the highest level to the University of the West Indies. We have given back to so many charity. What is your charity of choice?
Right now, we're working with CHAF, which means Christ Hands and Feet,
Mm-hmm.
and they're located in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
They do a variety of things. They educate, shelter, bring food,
Mm-hmm.
pe- bring children into houses, shelter, and they're just really cool people,
Mm-hmm.
and they help a lot in Ghana.
So there's a charity in Jamaica called, it's worldwide really, but it started in Jamaica. It is called the Mustard Seed. And that sounds like a charity that is similar to the mustard seed. And, that's also another good thing. Who came up with the idea of giving to a charity? Because, you know, folks would look at us and say, we make a lot of money. But what do we do with our money? Who do we help? Who do we give back to? And that's why I designed this program where we can help the community. This segment is called Open Forum Community Talk. So, right now, you and I are having a community conversation. If you were here on a Saturday morning, it would be our community engagement segment. And that's one of our segments where it's geared again towards charity. So, who came up with this idea that Lesh is going to give back to a charity? Because, giving back is taken out of your pocket, you know that. So it has to come not from even the heart, but from the brain. Because I say not the heart because I can take your dad's heart and put in your mom, and your mom can live. But you can't take your mom brain and switch it over to your dad and your dad live. So everything manifests here in the brain. So it's a serious thought to come up with giving to a charity. Do you have any regrets that they told you that you have to give to a charity?
Well, I actually came up with the idea to give to a
Excuse me?
charity. I came up with that.
Listen to me. You came up with that idea.
Yes, sir.
It's a good thing, my friend.
Thank you.
It's a good thing. I like what you're doing, and I do hope that the community will listen and pay attention to what a young man like you have been doing. You started this during the COVID 19 pandemic. There's a number here. Can I give this number out publicly? 347-674-7558. That is 347-674-7558. I am urging the community to take a look. Take a look at the Lesh brand. Let's elevate some hope. Let's elevate hope in Adeyemi Senior life, ladies and gentlemen. He's a young man that started his own business just around 10, 11 years old. And that is a good thing. He runs track and field. He's involved in sports. Yes, that is a good thing also. He gives to charity. Another good thing. How many more good things I'm going to say about it? I can continue because it is a very good thing. And I love the fact that the family is fully supportive of you. I love that you're taking this seriously because that is how it's supposed to be. And if one person should call you this evening and make a purchase, that would be a great thing because it means we made the connection. But we need more than that. We need more people. And I'm going to ask you a big favor. I'm going to ask you to make a shirt that I can give away to our listeners in the near future. Not right now. I'm not going to pressure you now. But I'm going to ask you to make a shirt that I could give away to our listening audience. If they buy one shirt, I will give them that shirt that you give to me because we want them to support your brand. 347-674-7558. Is there anything else you want to share with our listening audience?
Yes, please. I'd like to share the upcoming things we have for Lush and the Lush website.
Mm-hmm.
So, this Memorial Weekend, we'll be launching Lush Kids. So, that'll be kids' clothing. Coming this summer, we'll have Lush Paw Prints, which is dog clothing. And it's to promote pet adoptions. So we can get a lot of pets adopted and not get them put to sleep. And then Lush in Motion. I had the opportunity to be on 2020 with Amanda Garmin, and we shared our original poems, me and three of my classmates. So and even before that, my aunt had came up with the idea to put poetry on clothing. So Lush and Motions will be coming this fall. And then the blog, we have a Lush blog on our website, which I'll soon share, and it just shows my journey to building this brand up and making it. So now I'll share the Lush website. The Lush website is lushlife.com. That's LESHLIFE.com. LESHLIFE.com. We also have Instagram if you're on there. LESH_LIFE. LESH_LIFE. And then Facebook. LESHLIFE. Thank you.
So you have a lot of links that people cannot miss you. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have all that going for you. It is a very good thing, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening again to Groovin Radio. My name is Rasclin, my special guest in studio this evening that we are shining the spotlight on. It's a young brand. It is called Lesh, Lesh. Let's elevate some hope. The founder and CEO, Adeyemi Senior, is only 12 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and he has joined us in studios this evening to share his story. It is a wonderful story. I wish you all the very best. Thank you for the gift you brought me. I am going to make sure I wear it proudly, and I'm going to tell folks where to get theirs because we have to elevate each other. And this is indeed an extraordinary thing to see a young man becoming an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship is something that we preach in our community, and we want everyone to figure out what your plan can be, and just go at it. Go at it because you don't see many of us who stick to a plan that we start and finish it. And it's not how you start. Always remember this. It's how you finish. It is not how you start. It is how you finish. There are going to be stumbling blocks in the road. you're gonna have to jump over some hurdles. You understand what hurdles is, huh?
Yes.
You're gonna have to jump over some hurdles, but don't ever give up. Don't ever feel like you're less than anyone else, because we're gonna make sure hope is elevated. On that note, my name is Rastlin. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Adeyemi Senior, all the very best, and we will continue to shine the spotlight on your young business so other young entrepreneurs can understand that there is hope for the future. That good enough?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen.